back to my channel. My name is Jyoti and you are watching JG Chemistry. So students, today we are going to solve some problem based on first law of thermodynamics, which is very important topic for any competitive exam you are looking forward after your MSc, especially those who are attempting NET GATE or any other exam post MSc. And we will solve the problem in a very easy way so that you will not find any difficulty if you face any problem on this particular law. Okay, for that, so guys, do subscribe my channel, press the bell icon to get the latest notification on my upcoming videos. Do like it and share it with your friends. Okay, so let's start our session for today. First law of thermodynamics. Okay, so first of all we have to understand what does this law says. Okay, so according to this law, the energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Okay, it can be transformed from one form to another form. So basically it is based on the law of conservation of energy. Okay, so like if you are giving the energy to somebody, so somebody is getting the energy. Okay, or if you are holding the energy, okay, somebody is not getting the energy, means you are not creating the energy in that way, right? So we will understand it in a better way. So to understand the first law of thermodynamics, you have to learn this equation, that U is equal to Q plus W. Okay, so first of all we have to understand the terms. Del U means the change in internal energy, Q is for heat and W is for work. Okay, so we have to understand the term, why we are studying all these terms here. Okay, so heat. What is the heat? The heat is energy is exchanged between the system and the surrounding. If suppose this is your system, like you can just see this closed container. Okay, so this is a system and it is having a piston here, and this is a surrounding. Okay, so inside below the piston you have a system, and above the piston you have the surrounding. So energy is exchanged between the system and the surrounding. Okay, so as if you can say that if they are at different temperature. Okay, so energy exchange take place only if the temperature is differ from the system and the surrounding, then only the exchange will occur, right? If it is having deficiency, then it will give it some energy, the surrounding will give some energy to the system so that it will get the equilibrium. Or if the system is having excess of energy, then it will donate its energy or release its energy to the surrounding until the equilibrium reaches. Okay, so then it will become equal in both system or surrounding. So basically if the temperature of the system is higher, in that case it will lose the energy to the surrounding, okay, until the equilibrium reaches. Or if the temperature of the system is lower, then the surrounding will give its energy, pass the energy to the system. Okay, so basically the heat transfer takes place between the system and the surrounding. Okay, so because of that some kind of work happens, isn't it? The piston will do some work. If this system is giving some energy, means the work will be done by this energy or piston. It will go in the upward direction, right? So if a gas, you can note here, having the higher pressure here than the surrounding, the piston will move in the upward direction. If the pressure is less here in the system, then the piston will move downward, isn't it? That means if the pressure is here in the system is higher, the system will wants to release the excess of pressure, right? For that the piston will move in the upward direction, so the work will done in the upward direction. You can say the expansion will takes place, right? If the pressure is less here in the system, then the surrounding, okay, then the piston will move to the downward direction. That means the compression will takes place, right, until the equilibrium takes place. So here also the work is done, and the combination of the two, the heat and work which is happening here, because of that some kind of change in the internal energy happens. So that is represented by del U. Okay, so energy gain or loss, so some kind of energy is changed. Initial energy is something else, and after the work done, the energy will be different. So the change in the energy. So this is all about the first law of thermodynamic. We have to keep in our mind some important facts to solve the problems. Okay, so these are the points. If the work is done on the system, if work is done means compression, then the W will be positive. Okay, if the work is done on the surrounding, then you can say by the system, then means expansion, then in that case W will be negative. Okay, so compression W positive, expansion negative. Okay, this you have to keep in your mind, because it is very important when you are solving the problem. Either you have to put the positive sign or negative. According to that, the values are going to be different. The second thing is heat. Either the heat is absorbed by the system or it is evolved by the system. If it is absorbed by the system, the heat against the positive sign. If it is evolved, then it is negative. Okay, Q will be negative in case of evolution of the heat. And to calculate the W, if the work is not given directly, we have a formula called W is equal to P del V, where P is the pressure and del V is the volume change. You can notice because of this work, the volume is going to be changed. Initially, you have some other volume. After expansion or compression, the volume will be changed. So you can calculate the work with the help of this formula. And obviously here you need some change, unit change also, because we always calculate the energy in the form of joule. Okay, and the pressure will be given to you in the form of atmosphere, and the volume in liter or some other units you have to convert it. Very important. Or it may be in the form of calorie. So this is a conversion unit which you have to learn to solve the problem. Okay, so some more facts to solve the problem. If the in the question it is giving isothermal. Okay, isothermal means, thermal means temperature, iso means constant, so it is constant temperature. They are talking about there is no change in the temperature. If there is no change in the temperature, the heat will also, okay, not change, right? Because if the temperature varies, then only the exchange of energy or exchange of heat take place. So isothermal is constant temperature. Adiabatic means constant heat. Adiabatic means constant heat. There is no exchange of heat here also. Okay, so Q will be 0 in both the cases. Isobaric means constant pressure. Okay, constant pressure. There is no change in the pressure. Isochoric means constant volume. No change in the volume. So you have to understand all these terms, because these terms may be given in the problem. And we have to note down. Then for ideal gases, if it is going any isothermal change, as we have discussed, the del U, and internal, there is no change in the internal energy, because there is no exchange takes place, right? So del U will be 0 for isothermal changes. And at constant pressure and temperature, we have another formula. PV is equal to nRT, where R is the gas constant and T is the temperature, N is the number of moles. P and V, we have familiar pressure and volume. So with the help of this formula, you can also calculate the pressure or the volume which is not given to you. Gas constant, since it is a constant, the value is given either 0.082 atmosphere liter per mole per Kelvin, or it may be given in joule per Kelvin per mole. Okay, so it depends in the units given in the problem. Okay, so let's start. That's it. You can either note it down, the discussion which we have done, just note down the formula and the terms when the W will be positive or negative and when Q will be positive or negative. That's it. And the conversion units. Okay, so if you learn this, note it down in your notebook, you can solve all the problems which we are doing today. Okay, so this is our very first problem. A system absorbs 470 joules of heat. Okay, absorbs, and they are talking about heat. Absorption of heat means it is having the positive Q. Heat is Q, right? So positive value 470 J. And the work is equivalent to 200 J on its surrounding. The work is done on the surrounding means expansion. And for expansion, what is the sign? We have written minus, right? Minus W for expansion. For compression, it is positive W. And they are asking the change in the internal energy. So we know the formula Q plus W. Q is positive, W is negative, and you can get the value here. Okay, so such an easy problem if you understand the terms here. Second problem, here again absorbs 120 J of heats. Okay, means Q is positive and expands against the external pressure. Okay, expands again means the W will be negative. Pressure is given here 1.1 atmosphere, and from a volume is changing from 0.5 to 2 liter, right? So del V you can calculate from here, and they are asking you del U calculation. So for del U, we know the formula Q plus W. Q is given positive 120 joule. So we have to calculate the W value here. Okay, so W is equal to, we know it expansion takes place, means minus W. So minus will be there. P del V, pressure is given 1.10. Volume change you can calculate from here. You will get the answer in liter atmosphere. So to bring the work in joule, you have to multiply this 101.3, which I have already mentioned to you. So you will get the work also in the form of joule. Now you can put this value in the formula and find out the answer. Okay, so since 120 minus 167, you will get the exchange of energy in negative. Okay, so the next problem, here again they are asking the calculation of the internal energy. Okay, so del U they are asking, and they have given you for the process of 1 kilocalorie of the heat. Okay, process in which 1 kilocalorie of heat is added. Added means absorbed, means positive value of Q. 1.2 liter of oxygen gases in a cylinder at a constant pressure of 1 atmosphere. Okay, so P is given and the volume changes to 1.5. So you can look here, the volume is changing from 1.2 to 1.5, means expansion, increasing. Expansion is taking place. Expansion means we know W should be in negative. So you can put the formula and you can get the values after conversion. You will get the value for W, right? But W you are getting here in joule, and here, yeah, this is actually you have to convert into kilocalorie, right? So actually this is not a joule here, it is the kilocalorie, right? So okay, so you can see here we got the answer after conversion in joule. Now from joule you have to convert into kilocalorie. So for calorie, kilocalorie you have to divide it by 4.184 into divided by 1000, because it is, you have to get in kilocalorie. So after doing this conversion, okay, this again you have to write down. Whenever you are converting the joule to kilocalorie, you have to divide the energy or the work by these two values to get into kilocalorie. So you got the value for work here, and then you can put in the formula that U is equal to Q plus W, and you can find the answer in kilocalorie. Okay, so this was important. Conversion is really important. If you don't do that, you will get the wrong answer. Okay, for multiple choice of question, you will be getting the wrong answer also without conversion and after conversion also. So it's always better to write down the units also along with the answer or you are solving. Okay. Now next question is 1 mole of an ideal monoatomic gas. Okay. 1 mole, number of moles is given here. Monoatomic gas like helium, neon, argon at 27 degrees centigrade, temperature is mentioned, expands adiabatically. Adiabatically, I told you the constant heat. Okay, heat is constant. Expansion means the W will be negative against a constant external pressure 1 atmosphere. Pressure is given here, and the volume is changing from 5 decimeter cube to 15 decimeter cube. It is expansion, right? W will be negative. They are asking you to calculate Q, W and U value. So first, since we know it is an adiabatic process, the heat Q will be 0. Okay, there is no exchange of heat here. The second, they are asking you to calculate W. Okay, W we know minus because expansion, P del V. Pressure is given, volume is given. So once you get atmosphere decimeter cube is equal to liter. You can multiply by the same conversion unit 101.3. You will get the energy in joule here. So we got the value for W also. And finally, we have to get the U value, internal energy. We got Q and W both. So you can find out the del U also, internal energy. Okay. So this is how you are supposed to solve. In the next problem, 2 moles of an ideal gas at 2 atmosphere and 27 degrees centigrade is compressed isothermally, half to of its volume. Okay, number of moles are given, and for ideal gas the pressure and temperature is given. It is compression, so the W will be positive. Okay, isothermal means they are talking about constant temperature. Half of its volume by the external pressure is here 4 atmosphere, and again they are asking the 3 things to calculate. So we have written here N, P and T. Okay, since the temperature is given in centigrade, you have to convert it into Kelvin by adding 273 degree centigrade here. And then since they have mentioned here the volume is compressed half of its volume. Okay, so V2 will be half, and the pressure, the external pressure is mentioned here 4 atmosphere. Okay, so we know the formulas and how to solve it, that we will see. So first of all, we know the work is P del V, and we don't have the volume given, okay, in the question. So first of all, we have to calculate the volume. In the above problem, the volume is missing. So how to calculate the volume when it is missing? By using this formula, PV is equal to nRT. You can note it down, this formula. If the number of moles are given, temperature and pressure is also mentioned here, 1 atmosphere. So sorry, it is 2 atmosphere. So you can calculate the volume, and R is the gas constant. I've already mentioned the value for gas constant. It is 0.082 for atmosphere, and you can get the volume 24.6 liter. And since the volume, the second volume is compressed to half, so you have to divide it by 2. Since the compression is taking place, the work will be in positive. And the external pressure is given here for P is the 4 atmosphere. You can get the value here. Okay, atmosphere liter, you have to multiply it for conversion into joule. So we got the value for W. Okay, and as we have already mentioned, for isothermal expansion or compression, there is no exchange of heat. Del U will be 0. Okay, this is statement we have written in the very first 2 slides. Del U is 0. So you can note it down all the points. I have not mentioned much points to create a confusion. Only 1 or 2 formula, and you can solve all the related problems here, right? And finally, you can put this del U is equal to Q plus W. Internal energy is 0. Q we have to find out. W you already calculated. The heat is in negative 4984 joule. I hope you are understanding all these problems and the terminology. Okay, so this problem says 500 centimeter cube of a sample of an ideal gas is compressed by an average pressure of 0.5 atmosphere to 250 centimeter cube. Compression means the W will be positive. Volume is given here. During this process, 10 J of heat flows out to the surrounding. Now the heat is evolving, flows out, means the Q will be negative. Okay. And then again they are asking the change in the internal energy. P is given, volume is given, Q is given negative, and del U they are asking you to calculate. So first of all, for del U we have to find out the W value, and since it is compression, W will be positive. P and del V is given. Again, atmosphere liter, you have to convert it by multiplying it 101.3. Okay, this is very important. You have to convert it into joule. Don't forget to do it. Okay, so you have to highlight it, atmosphere liter to joule. Okay, so you highlight this 101.3 joule. Then finally you can put the value. Since the heat was flowed out, means the evolution take place -10, and compression for work is positive, and you can find out the internal energy in joule. So I hope guys you understood the concept of first law of thermodynamic, which is really important topic for not only for higher class student, it is very important for 11th, 12th students, for BSc students, for MSc students, for their any competitive exam they are looking forward. Okay, so all the best. Happy learning. See you in the next video with some more terminology on first law of thermodynamics. Till then, bye bye.